Está conectando. Hello, hello. Good evening, familia. How you doing? This is going to be our first ever live stream in English because you guys asked for it. So we are going to do it. And tonight we have a very special guest. We have Francesca Stella, one of the top sellers of Punta Cana Solutions Real Estate, one of the best real estate advisors that we have here. So let's get this moving on. So, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's welcome Francesca. Hello, Francesca. How you doing? How's everything?
Hello, hello, Nestor. Good, good. Thank you.
Good evening.
I'm very excited.
And very proud to have you here. Today, we are broadcasting through my YouTube channel, my Instagram, also on the YouTube channel of Francesca. I'm going to leave the link below so you guys subscribe. Remember, hit that bell button and follow us to everything you need to know about real estate in Punta Cana, about real estate here in Dominican Republic. Also, we are broadcasting through the Punta Cana Solutions Real Estate YouTube channel and also its Instagram. Also, I'm leaving you down here at the description at the end of this broadcasting all the data that you will need to follow us. And please remember to subscribe. You're going to help us a lot. First, we are here. And of course, we have Juan Córdoba. Juan, bienvenidos. ¿En qué está la segunda playa artificial? Perfecto. Ya vamos a hablar de eso. Hoy estamos hablando de la importancia de los asesores inmobiliarios en el negocio aquí en Punta Cana. So today we're going to have a topic very important. It's the importance of having a real estate advisor during all the process of purchasing or selling your properties here in Dominican Republic. So, Francesca, give us your insight about how important it is to have someone that's prepared, someone that's involved on this business here in Dominican Republic.
All right. Okay. So, Nestor, first of all, I want to thank you for inviting me here. Let me tell you that I feel very proud as well because I follow your channel, your live every Tuesday, even though that I cannot see it Tuesday. I see it the next day, but it's very interesting everything that you always say, and now be part of it. I feel very good. So, okay, going to the topic that we have today, which is I think it's a very interesting topic. I have it every single day, that conversation with new leads, that new people that always come to me through different ways, like web page or maybe a campaign, or if somebody referred to me, the importance of having a real estate by your side. Well, there is many things. So first of all, I think one of the most important things that I would say it's the expertise that we have in the market. So you've been in this more time than me, and talking to you, it's knowing everything about Punta Cana. I've been here 10 years already, living in this beautiful area, and I have seen all the growth, be part of it. I came here when there was nothing, and now you can see all the changes. So all the experience that I've been taking, somebody that never been here, or they just start to know about Punta Cana, they don't know that, so that's one of the reasons that I would say that it's important, from all the many reasons, right?
Well, that's true. That's true. Welcome, Chantal from Quebec.
Hi, Chantal.
So she's from Canada.
Chantal from Canada, yes. I'm learning French with her because she's texting in French. So,
but French or Quebecois?
Yes. She lives in Quebec. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know the two.
So, guys, one of the main things here to have a real estate advisor on your side, it's that you will have someone to be prepared for everything for you here. So, we are not only trained on the area, but we know all the details of how the business moves here. It's completely different, the business of the real estate market here in Dominican Republic, especially on Punta Cana, than, for example, let's say Quebec, let's say, well, all Canada in general, uh, completely different than the United States, even though the structure of the pre-construction market, it's very, very different. And we do have some advantages of buying, for example, pre-construction here. Can you explain us, Francesca, a little bit about how the process in general matters on each project? Reservation, how it's handled, the part of the contracts, how it handled all of the things. But before that, let's welcome Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
Well,
Hello.
welcome to this broadcast. And also Mr. Julio Berroa, muy feliz noche, bienvenido, señor Julio.
Hola.
So this, I projected this as 100% English, but no, it's going to be 100% Spanglish.
Spanglish, yes.
So Francesca, explain us a little bit about how is that process done?
Okay, the process, you mean about all the process from the beginning, the reservation till the very end, right? Okay, perfect. Well, first of all, when I receive, for example, this is perfect because Chantal and Matthew is here. So my client, they recently purchased in Ansaya and Riviera Costeña, which both projects are very, very great projects. One in downtown and the other one in Vista Cana. You have talked about Vista Cana in downtown for a long time already. So basically, it's a very simple process. It's just that if you're from Canada, United States, or any other other country that it's not Dominican Republic, only with your passport and with your another ID, you can purchase here. So here it's when you use Nestor or me or any real estate advisor. First, we help you to see everything that we have around. There is too many projects, around. So a lot of people have the question about which one is the best for me, which one I should buy, so we explain you about and make you and show you all the different situation about which one has the best amenity, the best location, rentability, compare the market. Once you decide which one is the best for you, the one that it can fit all your needs, we decide together. It's that when we start the process. So very simple. We start with the reservation of the unit. Then after we reserve the unit, we check it out which one is the best for you or the one that you need or the one with the best opportunity. Because this is something important, Nestor, about, be with us. I know from firsthand, and I think that happens to you, when there is a liberation, when there is a good opportunity, when there is a unit that you say, oh my God, there is a liberation in Urbe Vista, 2 bedrooms, that is sold out in 1 month.
The unicorns, the unicorns,
yes,
those are the unicorns.
Exactly.
That's something that it never happens. And that where you're saying it's extremely important.
Yes.
Because sometimes people do not know that we are talking serious when we said there's an opportunity.
Right.
This have to be done like right now because it's going to leave the market in matter of minutes. And
Yes.
we've seen that in several.
Do you remember that we were almost like fighting in the group to having 2-bedroom units in Urbe Vista Lutz because it was sold out like in 2 weeks and a lot of clients wanted it and there was nothing, So, and we were like, okay, I give you money if you find me one, So we always like fighting for our clients to get that opportunity because that's the momentum of that.
Here I have to say this. Bienvenida, señora Yaniris. Muy feliz noche. ahora conversamos en un ratito. Nosotros, señora Yaniris, ya te envié lo que me pediste por el WhatsApp y también me escriben aquí a través del WhatsApp. Felicitaciones, Néstor, que siempre tienes personas importantes en tu live. Excelente trabajo donde les das oportunidad a todos de hablar sobre el apasionante mundo del real estate. Lo voy a decir en inglés. Here I have a message from the WhatsApp. It says, congratulations, Nestor, for always bringing people to your life. Amazing job that you're doing and giving opportunities to everyone that's passionate about the real estate world. So thank you,
I am
thank you very much.
very passionate.
So the other thing was, how do we real estate advisors handle the contracts and how we handle
Exactly.
negotiation?
That's the coming back to what I was saying about after that we decide which one is the unit or the opportunity or the one that you want. We make the reservation together. I help you during that process. Usually people trust me. That's another thing important of having somebody that you can trust. People sometimes just send the reservation to me and I myself go and deposit the money here, the reservation. I always help and give the receipt. They feel comfortable and confident to do those type of transactions with somebody that that they don't going to take your 1,000, 2,000, even $5,000 reservation, so they can trust in us, in the company, in you, because everybody here in Punta Cana Solution, we always take care that the people feel confident to make any transaction. Okay, then after that, it's that when we start to filling all the forms, that here in the country there is this law about the laundry money, so we are obligated to make a due diligence. Everybody here is obligated, so we need to fill some forms and gonna request some document like taxes, employment letters, and get all these documents together and send it to the builders. After that, in the meantime, you can be checking all the details in the contract. Basically, you're gonna sign a promise of sales it's gonna be between you and the builder. And that's when we start all the process about reading the contract. This is where usually get interested about reading the contract and where usually I take the longest time. But so far, we're gonna go deep on that. But so far, I think that 99% of my cases, all the builders are open to listen to the client and to get this negotiation. So if you want to add something before I tell you about
Yes,
the contract.
all of this that we are talking about right now, all the due diligence, all the study of the contracts, all the legal part, you have it with a real estate advisor that's prepared, that's trained for this. This is their every single day that we do this job is part of our daily basis schedule. It's part of our daily basis. How do you say, work?
Yes,
Because when we are not tending clients, we are reading contracts. We are doing due diligence about the construction companies. We're
every
doing
single
due
day.
diligence every single day, not only from the clients, but also from the construction companies.
Yes,
When you work with established company, let's say like Punta Cana Solutions Real Estate, when you work with people like Francesca, like me, like Ivan, like Carolina, like Lismar, that you've seen them all on this channel, all on the lives that we've done in Spanish, though. Remember that you can always put the closed caption in English so you can enjoy all those videos and get advantage of all the information that we provide. Uh, this type of people like us, we have training on this.
hmm,
This is our not only our work, but it's our passion. And
exactly.
we try to show that to all of our clients. So
No,
give 1 second until we continue. Aussie, carry on.
oh,
Good evening.
see,
Hey, how are you doing, Mr.
my
Aussie?
client. This is also is my client. I always say my successful client. I also is so nice. I met him and his wife like 2 years ago in 2022. They came recently to see the house and they purchased another investment. So send me the family. So it's a very, very nice family and a successful case. of a lot of equity and a good builder behind all this dream that they have to, have their home here. So I was saying, Nestor, that this is important because I always say that everybody can sell. I mean, not everybody, but in general, because if you have charm, if you have that spike with the client, you can sell. I always say people here that comes and I'm going. I want to. These people wants to buy the house, whatever. Okay, you can sell, but the difficult part is the post sale. What is coming after that? Okay, and this is my real job or your real job, be with you during this process, all the due diligence to make it, right, that all the documents stay here. And the builders, I have clients that they are afraid all the time to send their taxes, for example, and I'm always like, you can just put something in your security number, just your taxes is gonna be between the builders and you. Nobody's gonna share that information, and they feel comfortable to come in with us and to do this type of transaction. So after that, it's after the selling, it's where our job really start, and be with you during all this process, that you receive the contract, you sign, and the negotiation between the builders and you. That's something that it's very important to have somebody that is prepared and they know everything about the contract. Here, that I lead a team, so we always are talking about contracts, because that's exactly what we sell. When you are buying in a pre-construction, what is what you sell?
Yeah, we're negotiating the contracts.
The contract, that's it, everything that is there. So from all the projects, we always have to know everything about what is inside it.
Okay, give me 1 second. Here I have a question. Mr. Blade Ascona, welcome to my channel, my friend. Long time no see. So his question is if you're a real estate advisor from Canada. No, she's not from Canada. She's Venezuelan. She's part of Punta Cana Solution Real Estate. That is what PCSRE stands for, is Punta Cana Solutions Real Estate. She's one of the top sellers here at the agency. She's one of the team leaders also, and one of the best ranking real estate advisors here in Punta Cana, besides me, of course. That's one part. And here through the WhatsApp, they're asking me on this moment, which will be the best investment for you, Francesca and Nestor, maximum 200K.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
let's
All right.
continue on this. Let's put that question on hold a little bit.
Okay,
and
exactly.
we will go for that one. So let's finish
And
the
leave it for
topic
the end.
that we were talking about, the contracts.
Okay. So coming back to the step of the contract, right?
Yep.
All right. So, well, I was saying that once the contract start, I like to, to read the contract with the client. A lot of my client, they always like to make like a Zoom call or something. And I always send it to them, and they read everything. And I was like, okay, so if you have any question or doubt, just let me know which one you have, and then we have a conversation, phone call or a Zoom call, like this meeting that we're having right now. And then we discuss everything. So basically the contract in all the projects are the same, okay? Maybe change this and this just a little bit, but not too much. For me, what is important in the contract is to protect the project. So everything that is there in the clause, it's that protect the project, because at the end, you fight or you protect your client and you protect the builder, but the project, has to be done. So everything has to be green numbers, good numbers for all this party, so they can have the project finished at the end. So we read everything, all the clause about, if you want to rescind the contract, you don't want to continue for any reason, what is the penalties, what is the penalty if they don't finish on time, whatever, because you know that right now it's not a lie that in the country we're having a situation of delay, but it's because we are growing so fast, and there is so many things in the world happening that this is just natural. But if you wait, you're gonna see your property and the equity that you're getting. So this is natural in the market. The higher that is your rentability, is more risk obviously involved. So basically, that's what you need to check about the contracts. All the penalties, the fees, that your payment plan is there, that all the information about what is included in the unit. I don't know if you have something else to add that maybe I'm missing.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
there is a lot of things that we have to check on the contracts before that. Time frames, all the clauses that require that part, the delivery times. How do we manage that late part? On my case, I do not recommend anything that does not have the increased clause. I
Exactly.
go always
Me too.
with the contracts that do have that clause included on the contract, because that guarantees that the property is going to be delivered.
Let me tell you one true story about that. The Jocelyn, the owner of Ponte Cana Solution, can confirm to you. I don't know if I should tell, but whatever. So when I purchased with Carolina, because I'm investor too, so I'm passionate. I start with this because I like to buy properties. I love it since very young. So I was like, okay, why not to be firsthand with this? No, years ago. So when I bought with Carolina, my coworker, in SET, which is the Centro Empresarial Turístico, the commercial business that it's gonna be by downtown, we bought there, and we were reading the contract, and it was very normal standard contract. Again, like you say, the delivery dates, the payment plan, what happens if I don't want to pay anymore, if I want to go out, or the builder doesn't deliver on time. And we were like reading the contract, and we were like, there is no the clause about the increase in the price here. Why not? And she was like, no. So we called the owner of the project, like, if the clause is not there, but what should happen? I mean, why is not there? It should be there, because at the end, if the project needs to something happen that you cannot control, like COVID at that time, because that only happened because of COVID. They learn, so they need to put it now. So if something happens, I rather to measure the increase of the materials, you know online, the government, not be arbitrary, that it has to be like this. No, I rather to be there established, so I can control. If something happens, okay, I will know what is going to happen. And again, if you give me, I give you. So what I do is that I go and do flexible payment plans. But as soon as I see that the project it's already being built, very the construction is moving fast, I start to make more payments. In that, you're gonna help the project, to have this cashback, and reduce the risk of having any increase. That's something that you can control, because at the end we are in Latin America, and you never know if it's gonna be, inflation or not. Right now, there is a lot of things happening in United States, and we are directly attached to the economy in United States.
Yes.
So
Here we don't talk about politics, but we do talk about inflation and how everything influenced that part. So right now, what's going on the United States with all the political stuff and everything, uh, it's working in favor of the real estate in Dominican Republic.
yes,
So we got a lot of people from the United States, a lot of people from from all North America coming down to Dominican to invest, because it's more clear, and it's more how do you say, it's more secure for your money to have it here than to have it on the United States or in Canada. For example, the
exactly.
inflation rates are completely different. Here is more stable, so that's why it's happening right now.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
So to close the story, before I was saying that, thanks to that, they evaluate the contract and they put it in the contract, and thanks to me, they put it in all the contracts for the client. So, a lot of people were mad, but at the end, it's good. I rather to know that, just to leave it in the air, that it was what happened before. So, okay, I think we're finished with that part.
Okay, so let's go back to the question that was sent through WhatsApp. It's an undisclosed client, cannot say his name, but there it is. So, what will be your 200K or less investment right now?
Okay, so well, I say that depends on your portfolio. What would you like? It can be either commercial business, because we have a lot of good opportunities under $200,000 right now going on in Vista Cana, by downtown, even said the one that I purchased, or La Nube. The other one, it would be land, which we have La Reserva. La Reserva, I think it's such, every time that I go there, I'm like, I park my car and I see, and I'm like, I'm here in La Reserva, like I was 10 years ago in the downtown by the Caribbean Lake, where there was nothing but just empty land. And I was there with the owner of downtown, drinking beers and barbecues. They always invite me there 10 years ago when they were like digging the holes of the lagoon. And I remember that I didn't see nothing but the Coco Bongo very far away. And now I see all this big downtown, where is traffic of more than 3,000 people every day. So when I go to La Reserva, for me, I feel the same. And I think it's going to be even better, all that part of all the lots. So you can buy a lot for even less than $100,000. So with 200,000, you can buy two. You can buy those too. So, or if what you have is to have an apartment and a unit. To be realistic, to have, for me, this is my personal thing. If you want to have an investment, a unit that it's more easy to administrate, or to clean, to the HOA and all that, under $200,000 for me has to be an apartment rather than a house, because there is more things involved on having a house to rent, which is also great, but I like the apartment more, me myself, but everybody. So Kaya downtown, I think it's a very, very good opportunity right now, because there is not too many similar options there. If you compare with Ansaya, which is already sold out, there is not too many units there. I have clients here that have purchased there in Ansaya because it's beautiful. There is not too many units there. So now we're having Kaya. With Kaya, you have the opportunity to get into a project, to have a very good price, to be by the downtown. We have a very good builders and administration company, and also to have a very flexible plan, a payment plan, because it's going to be for 2028. So if it's your first investment, or if you want to have your saving over there, just leave it there. Like me, when I purchased Savannah in $22,000. Right now, my apartment is over $300,000 in 1 year. So it's my saving. So I will say that Kaya, it's one interesting option.
In fact, on my point of view, I agree with you a lot in many things. It will depend a lot on the portfolio that you want, if you are an entry level investor, or if you are experienced on that, on the investing in real estate here in Dominican Republic. But I will definitely go, as it doesn't matter if you're an entry level investor, or this is your second, third, or fourth investing in. You understand me, here in Dominican. I will go definitely with condos, with a property management that has it, and especially if it's a long time frame for delivery, because that will make your money worthwhile. You're going to have a higher capital gain. You're going to have a higher equity on the time. So talking about Kaya, in fact, I have it here. So this is one of the best projects right now for me.
And before you go there, Nestor, actually, this is another reason now that you say that if you're gonna buy the third or the fourth one, that's another important reason to have a real estate advisor as your friend, as your co-worker. I have clients like I can think right now, Mr. Anthony, the Dominican beautiful family. He's always like, Francesca, what's going on right now? And I'm like, okay, now it's downtown. This is, good one, or La Reserva, or here or there, where I can put my money. So which one do you think is the best? And or if even if they don't ask me, I'm always like, you know what? I think that Mr. Ossi, for example, the third investment, it can be this. So I'm always like checking. It's not only about the commission, because you can get the commission. I mean, if you think about the commission only, this is not your job. It's about helping the client to have success. Because if your client is success, you're gonna be too. So that's what I think, and that's for me one of the most important part of having my client, happy and treat me like friend or families, because I will always gonna do my best for them to make tons of money, because that it's gonna be directly to me and my family. I don't know if I
Well, no,
explained
I
well.
agree, I agree with you completely. I agree with you completely. So, guys, let me show you this a little bit. I'm going to do it very fast because you already saw it. Uh, sorry for that. This happens on live streams.
Yeah.
So, you also have this one explained on a video that I'm going to leave here on the description of this live broadcast that we did with Diana from Blue Wave. Of course, this I'm gonna just summarize this one very fast. Okay, so what's Kaja about? Uh, well, first of all, we are Punta Cana Solutions Real Estate. We are amazing. You know us. We're one of the best real estate agencies
Rockstar here.
here in Dominican. So we are top sellers. Why Punta Cana right now? We got a lot of equity. We got more than 5 million tourists arriving so far this year. And 85% of the tourism that arrives to the Dominican Republic goes through the airport here in Punta Cana. The developers is Blue Wave, is one of the best construction companies that we have right now here on Punta Cana area. They manage not only building properties, but also they manage all the materials. And they have
Let me tell you something. I stop you fast. Blue Wave, one of the owner of Blue Wave is the one that I told you that invited me to barbecues there by downtown. One of the sons of the owners there. So this is people that we know like forever. It's always been here and love this area. You can like trust that they have done so many things. So
no,
very,
they're a very straightforward company. They're a very reputable company. They have an amazing background. They have already delivered a lot of properties. Plus, they are in process of building several properties. And if a extremely important hotel chain trust them to build their hotel,
yes, like Hilton.
exactly that's a
Mhm.
reason. That there's a reason why. So this one, okay, let's keep this part. This is going to be the view of this awesome project, 102 condos. We are talking about 182
No, one and
available
two
rooms.
rooms. One
Yeah,
and uh-huh.
bedrooms. All ground floor have swim ups on that one. Okay, all the top floor, the one bedrooms and the two bedrooms that they are no longer available,
Yes.
they had the rooftops.
People that there is people that lost the opportunity that they have this project on first hand. And I told them, the rooftop there, apartment, two-bedroom apartment rooftop with jacuzzi, beautiful view by downtown for $230,000. You know, you don't find that. I
Exactly.
mean, that's like you don't find it in nothing similar, you know. So right now, and it was such a great opportunity, and that's why it's sold out right now. You know, there, I think it was one family that took like 5 or 6.
Yeah, they
Mar
were
was the one involved there. Mar
people were
Peña.
buying this like bread. They were buying it like bread because it's an amazing chance to have a great business and to have a great investment on the hands of reputable people, on the hands of very serious construction company, and of course with us guys. Okay, so it's located in downtown. So, and we're not gonna get through a lot of this. It's inside an Aldea. Aldea is one close gated community inside downtown area with several amenities there for you to enjoy. It's extremely important that you know that this is close gated. So you will have privacy, you will have exclusivity here. It's one of the best areas on downtown, and it has the walking distance experience that you can
Yes.
walk from this building all the way to Cocobongo, 4 minutes away from Cocobongo, 4 minutes away from the restaurant area, from the banks, from the set where you bought your commercial area. So it's the walking distance experience.
And let
It
me
has,
tell you,
yep.
I'm sorry. I know I
No,
was
no,
I
go ahead.
wanted to say that in downtown there is also a hard rock restaurant. If you know, I mean, for example, Venezuelan people, what I don't know what we have about hard rock, but we love the brand. So every person from Venezuela, all around the world, where we go, we want to go to a hard rock cafe because we want the hat, or we want the, you know, the glass, or we want the magnum. So there is, you know, the usually, or I think all the time, the hard rock cafes are in the best part of the cities, you know. In this case, Hard Rock Cafe, Dinner in the Sky, Coco Bongo are at downtown. So you're gonna be walking distance for those places. Even I'm not talking about the IKEA is there, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Domino's, this big commercial business, Centro Empresarial Turístico said, okay, that also is going to be there. Doubletree by Hilton is already being built there. So, you know, it's important to explain to all the clients to they know all this brand already trust to be there. I remember when IKEA at downtown was a small showroom, and now it's such a huge store, you know. So you remember that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We passed from being just a showroom to be a real store.
Uh-huh.
So
In
it
a
changed
huge
a
one.
lot. You also forget something that's very important, especially the people that travel with families. If you want to have the dolphin experience, you also have that there. You also have a church, church there, and you also have the sports area
I
with
do CrossFit almost every single day there. when when my daughter is she's not sick, and I can go there
yeah
every
that's
morning.
one of the most important sports area there. So here, let's summarize this very quick. We have three types of units. We got studios. We got one bedrooms and two bedrooms. Give us a call. I'm gonna leave all the numbers down below so we can discuss about this project a little bit more. So we work one on one with you guys directly. It's part of, and that's a very very important difference between a real estate advisor and someone else, that we work one on one. We work straight directly with you. Something very important about Kaya, we are on price list zero still. So you still have the chance to get the best prices, to get the best equity. The other project that I completely agree with you is La Reserva.
Mm-hmm.
Regretfully, I don't
Yes.
have the material right now here in my computer to show it to you, but I'm gonna say this, uh,
Text
guys.
Nestor, and he will send it to you.
Yeah, and there is very important. So there is something very important about La Reserva. We are having the lounge, the official lounge of La Reserva this Friday.
The
So
venue.
if
I
you,
already got my dress.
oh, of course, I have my cabana
Very nice.
already listed. So if
Yes.
you guys want to be part of La Reserva, now is the moment. register with Francesca, register with me, register with any one of the Punta Cana Solutions real estate team, and you're gonna get the best deals on those land lots.
Yes. Nestor, I have a very important client, which is lady. She has a question, so
Yeah,
if you
let's read
can
it.
help me with this. How do you vet the builders, contractor you work with, meaning integrity, experience, etc.?
Okay, the meters that we have for the builders, we have very high standards here in Punta Cana Solutions Real Estate. So one of the things that we do, we see all the history of the construction company. We check all the legal part of the construction company that's well established, that it has all the permits, that it's legally it's okay with the taxes, is okay with all the construction teams, with all that management. That's one part. The other part that we look for is the land that where they are built. If they have the proper contracts, if they have the proper permits. Remember that when you buy pre-construction, not all the permits are done
Exactly.
because the permits are given in different stages of the construction. To give you an example, there's the tax exemption. That's the comfortable law. So when that comfortable law takes between 6 months to a year to be given, and a construction cannot wait a year to start.
No.
So they start without that permit, let's say it that way, or that benefit.
Mhm.
What's important is that they are doing all the process to get those
in,
permits.
in, in the contract also they say that, I mean, they want and they do all the diligence to get the comforter, because like you say, they cannot wait to get the comforter to start the project, because it's the last step basically. Okay, but they're gonna do all the best that is in their hands to have the comforter. That's why when I sell, I never promise 100% to any of my client the comforter, but so far, you know, like all of them have received it so far, but at the end something can happen that maybe they cannot get. There is something important here as well that I tell to all my clients before you go to the next part, Nestor, is that I'm very honest with my client, and they know. Sometimes I'm too honest, so like, even about my life, whatever, too open. So, and I tell you, like, if there's gonna be always risk involved in this transaction, okay? But what we do as a real estate company and advisor, we try to minimize those risks. How? Okay, because we have, like you say, high standard. We work with high standard builders. We don't only do the due diligence with the client, we also do it with the builders. I know how to do the due diligence with the builders. I have all the documentation and I know how to read a contract, because also the builders, sometimes they buy the land, and they also have a contract, an agreement with somebody that is another owner, like Vista Cana, for example, and during the process of making the construction of the project, they are paying and all that, and with your expertise, that how to read and understand the contract to protect the client, to say, like, I already know that this, they are gonna pay. If they don't pay, this is what gonna happen to you, and we always try our best to work with the best builder. But again, there is always risk involved. I cannot control if in the future, in 1 2 years, for example, one of the owner died, whatever, or separate, and something happened with the builder, there's
Exactly.
going to be always risk involved. That's why you have a lot of rentability, because there is risk involved in this. But we try always to minimize all that, to go deep and check everything about the builders. Let me tell you, if I know that there is a builder, sometimes it's out of my hand, because you do your best. But if I know that is not a reliable person, I will never gonna work with them.
Exactly.
Never. But so far,
Exactly.
all the ones, even the sometimes they hate me, you know, some all of them. I'm always like fighting for my clients. You know, they know
Yeah,
Francesca. They know that I'm going to fight.
and it's the
So
proper thing to do. The other thing that we do is that we do check the history of the construction company, if their time frames delivering. We also check if they have delivered already other projects, and on what, under what conditions they delivered this type of projects. If what they delivered is what they offered, so it's very important. So we do a due diligence,
yes, we
and
do.
with
And
an
that's
extremely high
the
standard.
part we didn't finish before. But when we were talking about the contract, once we passed the part of the contract, during the reading of the contract together or with the lawyer, because we also put the lawyer, the builders, you know, we are like in the middle. Okay, we do the due diligence of the client, the lawyer, and that's when we pass to the other step. So once the contract is ready, and that you agree, you sign it, and that's when you can make, of course, the deposit. Usually my clients, this is important to know, that's why we work with companies that we can trust, that I know already that they don't going to do nothing to my clients, you know. So because it's weird from Canada and United States mostly, I understand that you send the contract and at the same time you send the deposit, you know, the 20%, 10%, and they're always like, oh my God, but they haven't signed. But yes, this is, you know, this is almost 100% of the cases. That's how it is. And that's why we protect you, you know. So, because you send your contract here, and, you know, the process of legalization and all the other parties sign, you send the payment, and you usually have to wait over 1 week. And once the money gets into the country, after when it's more than $10,000, it's gonna be frozen by the bank. They need that contract signed for with you and the builders to give it to the all this due diligence, to give it to the bank, to say, you know what, this money, release it because this is for my client, you know, that is buying this house and this house. So that's, you know, that's why we do all that together. uh, Basically that's one of the reasons. After that we finish all the contract part and that you pay, this is another part that why it's important to work with us, because basically we're gonna, this is gonna be your or your eyes, and like a marriage. All my clients can tell you, maybe I don't answer you the same day, but I'm gonna answer to you for sure tomorrow in the morning when I wake up, you know. So I'm always like, answer with, you know, every question, whatever. If even if I don't know, I tell them I don't know, let me ask, you know, because at the end I cannot know anything. I'm learning every single day. So after that, that's very important to have us, because there is a moment that I don't going to be sending you videos all the time, because, you know, there is no advance. But since I see at least one block, I will be sending you the emails. I mean the videos. I'm sorry. Also, if you have, if you send the payment and they haven't sent you the receipt, which is very normal here, then 1 week and I haven't received my receipt. I know, you know, it's normal, but I'm gonna be, you know, making follow up, searching that you get your receipt, okay, for every single payment. Also, Francesca, I had a situation. I cannot pay this month because whatever. I have Anda purchase here in Vistacana, and she had a situation for 2 months. And I thought the relationship that I have with the builders, you know, makes me easy to just do, do like with Blue Wave, for example. You know, help me with this client. He cannot pay this month. He's gonna pay the other month. You know, the two payments, because has a situation. Help me. They help. They say, you know what? Don't worry. So I'm always dealing with all this type of situation, because something can happen to you, whatever, or you want to just make another investment, you know, and I help you to deal with all this situation. Or if you want to make up upgrade or downgrade, I'm there, you know. clients don't see, I always say to my team, clients don't see, and that's where we really get our commission pay. Clients don't see what is behind of all the calls and all the emails sometimes that we have to do with the builders when they have a situation like, whatever, they want to change the unit to one to another one, upgrade, downgrade, or move to one another project that they have, whatever. There is a lot of work behind, a lot of calls and a lot of emails that we save the clients to do this part. So we are the one that do it, okay? And I do it like gratefully.
Yes. So that's one very important part, to have a real estate advisor on your side, that we do all the follow ups. Not only due diligence, but we do follow ups. We never leave you during the whole process. If they're leaving you alone, there is something wrong with that.
Yes. Even there is clients that sometimes they don't answer to me anymore. And I'm like texting them. I'm like, oh my God, so, but some stuff you cannot control. But with me, you're only going to have a real estate advisor. And I know with Nestor it's the same, because with Nestor you can talk for hours about everything. He knows
Yes.
everything, you know, about everything, politics, religion, whatever situation, cooking.
Yeah. Okay, here we have two persons outside. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our broadcast. And Mr. Samuel Polonio. If it's not on the contract, can they raise the price of the property when the materials go up? I think he's talking about the increase clause. Well, if that clause is not on the contract, either two things could happen. Either they can raise you up how they want to do it, if they are allowed to do it, or they won't deliver the property on time because they have no money to do it. So those are the two main scenarios.
Mhm.
That's why that clause is extremely important to be there. That ensures you that they're going to deliver your property. It's not going to be stagnant there for like years and years and years without anyone building.
So,
So
let
it's
me tell you something about Nestor. I don't know about you, you tell me, but I have sold the past 3 years over 100 properties. I don't know how many exactly, but I know that it's more than 100. So almost all of them, they don't have the increase. Okay. I only got one project that got the increase. Okay. And I purchased there as well. And the increase was from, let's say, 90 to 94, but in the market is over 100,000. So at the end it's about, I rather to have it like we were speaking before, because yes, they can increase it, but so far I think it's more, I'm gonna generalize because I know it's not everybody, but it's more the companies that I have worked that they don't want to increase the price. They just want to stay in the same price as they promised at the beginning. The other ones that wants to increase, it was just bad reputation, because after COVID, a lot of things got out of control. But so far, I haven't called only one project, and it was a low cost project, very low cost project. But my client can say, I haven't called anybody to tell that they increase the price, So, and everybody has it. So, I don't know about what you.
in fact, history wise, all the projects that I've sold the past 3 years, they haven't increased, even though they do have the increased clause. To give you an example, there is a big construction company here that they do have the increased clause, but they do not apply it on the last 17 projects that they delivered. So, and it's there. Oh, Mo, how are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're getting late here. So
And I know, because we were talking in the meeting that we have today in the morning, that when they increase, it's some of them, again, not all of them, they don't want to do it, but they need to do it, because it's project that they were sell before COVID, and before this whole situation, and they need to increase something. But even though that it's only a 20% more in the market, the equity that you have is more than 100. So you have to evaluate that part. And again, there is always risk involved. You are the one that decide if you want to put your ex there or not.
Franche, I I have a question here. Is how do you tell that a real estate advisor is a good one?
Can you repeat? I didn't hear you.
How do you tell if a real estate advisor is a good one?
Oh, okay, how do you tell? Okay, so how do you tell? La traducción literaria sería ¿cómo yo sé, verdad? Sí, exacto. ¿Cómo yo sé que un
¿Cómo
real
sabes
estate?
que un asesor inmobiliario es bueno?
Sí, exacto. Sorry for my English, sometimes it's not the best.
No,
Okay.
no. As I said at the beginning, we
Come
are
out of my comfort zone.
we are 100% not English, but 100% Spanglish. So
Exactly.
let me answer a little bit, put a pin on that question, and here we go to answer these questions. Blade Ascona, I heard that they're selling lots in the second beach of Vista Cana. Why nobody talks about that?
Because they
Yes,
were sold in 1 week.
Blade, we're selling that. Check out my
Yeah.
live streams. I did one with Corina Termini
Uh-huh.
precisely about that project. So
Exactly. You have
that's
it. And the ones in front of the beach, they were sold that weekend during the open
yeah,
house. You remember?
exactly.
I didn't even have time to tell my clients because it was like so fast.
Exactly. Here we have an answer from NAHH answering when they are prepared
Ah,
and they know how to talk, they know about the topic, etc., like Francesca. Exactly. That's why we are part of the good ones. And Jairo, hi, it's interesting. However, how do you cope with the inflation? Okay, that's a matter. How do you cope with the inflation? Let's put it this way. You can call us and we can explain it to you because on the time frame that we have here, we won't have the time to explain you how to cope with the inflation on a project or no. It's because we have to do a budget for you. We have to do all your balancing of your how do I say this? The money that you get in, the money that you get out. So we have to do a lot of work there. Mo is saying hi to you.
hi. Yes. So,
So
okay. Well, answering the question that the not say when they are prepared, and yes, basically, I mean, I believe in all the energies, So I believe a lot that I attract my clients. So I want to be always the best for them. I prepare myself. I have a daughter, 2 years old daughter. She's like my gasoline. And even though that the mothers know how difficult it is to try to be successful and also be prepared, I wake up very early. I study early before she wake up. I want to be like to know all the news, all the information. I read the contracts, all the contracts that it's in the in all the projects that we have. I read and make research about all the builders, the area. So it's very important, of course, to be prepared, but as well to explain the client with honesty. Again, like I repeat at the beginning, it's not about the commission. It's about how passionate you are to make your client to get a lot of money, or to be happy about what they're doing, to feel happy, when they receive the unit, when they receive the property, when they come here to Punta Cana and they want to be here, when they wants to get out of the snow that is in Canada, they want to enjoy this beautiful sun, but also have the incomes. I love the clients that they have their saving and they want to put on something and they got this equity and they rented. So I know when they take care of the client, they care about the client. I think it would be the best way to say it. When they care about the client, when they are prepared, when they know And of course, when you have a position, to be in the middle, because at the end you need to deal with two parties, because you, even though that you love your client, you cannot also have bad reputation or bad uh, relationship with the builders. On the opposite, both need to be, you are in the middle and you need to deal with these two parties. So having a good relationship is something that is really important. Don't ask me about the real estate that go out and be social, because I'm not the one. I never go out. I'm always in my home and here or working or
Yeah.
traveling and working.
Well, I have something to add to that answer. Well, it's basically summarizing what you said. Um, there are three main things. First, of course, is knowledge of the market, knowledge of the business, and knowledge of all the numbers and revenues that you can have with an investment.
Exactly.
That will be the first thing. Then you
Mathematics.
get the social skills, that you will have to have social skills either with your client and with the builders, because you have to have good relationship with us, with
Yes.
both. Sorry. And extremely important is empathy. Empathy with both sides of the coin, with the client and with the builder. You have to walk on the shoes of the client and walk on the shoes of the builder. If you're not doing that, you're not a good real estate advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you have already talked. Sorry. I was reading this. Lismar Cruz, you already talked about investing in land, but could you tell us a bit more about it? Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm going to do a parenthesis here. Uh, yes, Lismar, we are going to have the launch of this amazing project called La Reserva this Friday. I'm going to leave the link down below so you can book to be present there. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are here in Dominican and you are, of course, English speaking people, you can come by to this. Not, it's not limited for speaking English people. Okay, it's for everyone, but you have to be registered. It's limited. How to say this? The venue is limited.
Limited invitation, yes.
Limited
And
invitations.
let me tell you, people. So you remember, for our founders, I have a lot of clients that purchased in La Reserva at the very beginning, when the price per square meter was 135 and 140. Right now it's between 160 and 190. We have a lot of promotions for this Friday. Okay, surprise that we already know, but we cannot tell.
We cannot tell
Friday.
until Friday.
But let me tell you, Carolina, my coworker, which is also my partner in investment, she's right now selling to a client 6,000 square meter a land close to La Reserva in the same area, and for a builder, and the price per square meter is $200. So this is a great opportunity to get this land in an amazing price. If you want to build your house in the future, or if you just want to leave it there and resell it in the future, or if you want to have the land and also to make the construction but you don't know, that's another reason to be with us. We
Of
can
course.
help you to find somebody, good builders, reliable builders, that can help you to build the house there.
Exactly. Mo is asking, is this a family and friends phase going on right now? No. The answer is no. We already passed that part.
See.
Okay. So still, the prices are under the market price. So still, you're going to have a lot of revenue, but we already passed the family and friends stage.
See.
Okay. We are right now, we are on founders stage. Okay. Let's say price list one. Okay.
Exactly. Yes.
So
So, Lismar, then any person that wants to have information about La Reserva, just text us, Nestor,
yeah,
me, and I can send you. There is an amazing video, beautiful video that, when I see the video, it's like, wow, so beautiful. It's gonna have a mall, like there's gonna be a lagoon with this beautiful thing in the middle, like, oh my God, I forgot the name. The round thing that is in the middle is like for convention.
Yeah, it's like a
Uh,
business center. More,
exactly.
more like a business center,
Like a business center.
use
Yes, yes.
salon.
Tired already. So, a sports center. It's gonna be amazing. If you were in the market for a long time already searching in Punta Cana, I know that you have seen the growth of Punta Cana Village, Cap Cana, Vista Cana. You know, I remember Vista Cana as well. 8 years ago, I remember that I went to a concert that was inside the beach that is there when there was only a hole. You see that. So again, that's what I see and I picture for La Reserva. So you're still on time to be and invest in La Reserva if you want to have your lot. Again, if you want to amplify your portfolio, having a lot is something interesting. Less than $100,000, you can have a lot. Flexible payment plan that you can have there. You know, we can help you with the financial part as well if you need it. So, I mean, the land has comfortur as well, so you
Yeah.
don't pay taxes.
So
Already
here,
approved, which is
yeah.
not happening in the other in most of all the projects. So,
So Mo, yes, it's something like an amphitheater, but there you will have not only the business center, but you will
something
have
like that.
restaurant. It's like a clubhouse. Okay, more
Exactly.
like a clubhouse. And Raul Valdez, welcome, Raul. Would it have direct access to the beach within walking distance? And the answer is no, but you're still 5 minutes away from the beach. There, by car through Cabeza de Toro.
They're gonna have another entrance to go directly to Cabeza de Toro.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So, Francesca, let's wrap it up for tonight.
Uh,
It's been
I was
amazing.
nervous, but I want to continue.
Yes, yes, I know, I know.
A
Oh,
great feeling.
sorry. Here we got one more question. Raul Valdez, what kind of financing is available to build? Okay, Raul,
Like,
this is a very tricky question because it will depend a lot with uh, the bank or the association that you will contact to do the financing of your building. Okay,
mhm.
there is different types and it will depend a lot on the project that you want to build. So what will be my advice for you right now? Let's go baby steps. Okay,
Yes.
call us.
I can add something little that it's a situation that I'm having right now. I have I open a business company, all right, which is gonna cost you opening a business company. It's gonna cost you, I don't know, like $500, $600, anything between 500 and 1,000 depends on the lawyer that you use. Then after that, you open the account in the bank. Okay, there is a lot of things associated with that, but it's too long. It has to be another live for sure.
Yeah.
To talk about, you have something to talk about. But with that company, you can go to the bank and request for another type of loan, which is not the same as a personal loan. It's gonna be a business loan, which is also for build and for do, you know, those type of things. But again, it's baby steps. You know, it's different, completely different, but it's available. But like Nestor say,
Exactly.
you need to talk with him,
Exactly. We need
or
to
do another live for this.
no, and we need to do a complete assessment of the project of what you want to do, and
Exactly.
we have to pick it up from there. So remember something: having a real estate advisor is like having a family doctor. That we have to know the whole history to give you an answer, especially on this type. And the financing available, it's very different depending on the scenario that we will talk about. Mo is asking, Cabeza de Toro, isn't that where Coral Lake is? Yes, that's exactly where Coral Lake is. Another amazing project. So, dear Francesca,
Yeah.
give us your last words here. Give us your last insight. Will you recommend to have a real estate advisor on your side when you're going to do a purchasing or selling of your properties?
Well, nothing. Just my advice is that Don't be afraid. I know that people don't to want the people don't to want to be sold. They don't like that, but actually you need it to make this transaction smoother. Sometimes I'm in the rushing of working, and I want to buy something, and I just don't do it. I don't invest my money just because I don't have the people, the person with the expertise to help me to understand, and I get afraid or something. With us, or with Nestor, with Lismar, with Carolina, with Mar, so many people, Stephanie, so many people, good people here, that knows about everything about the market. And not only that, we don't only know about the market, it's that we're gonna treat you like you are our family, friend. This is gonna be a long relationship. We're gonna care about you, and we're gonna care about your investment. So I think this is my advice for you. Don't be afraid to get this person next to you to help you, to see, and to request and ask to help you to go and see everything that is here, because we want that you have a successful business, because we want the echo of your successful
Story.
case
Yeah,
story.
yeah, your successful story. So, guys, it's been an amazing night. Okay, love you very much. Thanks for watching. Remember to
Nadine,
subscribe here.
Nadine, my first
Ah,
client from
Nadine.
Savannah.
Here's Nadine. Hello, Miss
She
Nadine. How
she
are
was
you?
my first one. She doesn't know, I think, but she was my first client from Savannah. Avila. She's a successful story. Okay.
Yep.
How much is
Well,
the Palooza right now? How much?
well, the Appaloosa, the last one was 397.
No, well, I was selling it last weekend at Liberation for 450. Okay,
Wow.
450, and that's nothing. So, and she's happy. I love her. I just
She's amazing. Yeah, I know her from other lives. She's part of the
mira,
family. She's part of
that's
the family.
good. That's
So,
good. That's good.
guys, remember to subscribe to all our channels. Remember to give us a call. Francesca, your phone number?
Eight, no, in English. Okay, 829 882 9851.
Okay, guys. And mine is 809 918 1228. So give us a call. Remember to book your spot for La Reserva.
Yes,
If you are not booked, you are not going.
yes,
And you are not going
exactly.
to take advantage of all the benefits that you will get there.
Give us
So,
the opportunity to see what is there, because you're gonna be amazed.
oh, exactly, exactly. Besides, I'm going to try to broadcast it. I don't know if it's going to be live or recorded, but it will be there here on my YouTube channel. So follow us on all our social networks and have a great night, family. Love you very much. See
Bye,
you
Nestor.
next
Gracias.
day. Bye, Franchi.
Ciao.